Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, good people? Gracious good morning to you. It's your girl KB. You know what I do and you know why I do it. It's Monday morning, April 15th, and it is 3:12 in the a.m. Some of you are too young to remember a comedian who had the catchphrase, "Can we talk?" It's Joan Rivers, "Can we talk?" And that's my catchphrase for this morning. Can we talk? Can we honestly talk? Can we take all the pretense away and talk? Can we hear about ourselves and talk? Can we hear about ourselves, both positive and negative, and talk? Can we get to the core issue and talk? And I'm going to say for some of us, we do geographics to avoid accountability. And by geographics, I mean we move as far as the east is from the west, and we blame and project. And in my last recording, I talked about how we show up. Some of us are looking for misunderstanding to justify our positions. I need to say that again. Some of us are looking for misunderstanding in order to justify our positions. Okay, I hope you heard that loud and clear, because that's how the majority of us show up. We show up, in the defensive position, because we can't hear love, care, and concern, because the words have attacked our positioning. That's not how I see myself. Well, maybe you're out of line. Maybe you're out of formation, and not my formation, God's formation, and that's why you're hearing about it. Again, that's not my position. Well, if you're not prepared to hear about, formation, let's talk about math, basic math. If more than one person tells you something, you got to look at it. Now, if 10 people, totally unrelated and totally different circumstances, tell you the exact same thing, baby, you're the common denominator. So, now we got the godly position and we got science. Whichever you choose to look at, please look at. I'm saying this because I watched the news today. I intentionally did not plug into any news this weekend. I wanted to just completely decompress. After having done my taxes last week, I needed to completely decompress. But I wanted to completely decompress, so I didn't watch any news. I turned on news this morning. I hear Israel was bombed. Not that they weren't told that they were going to be bombed. And in that, I'm going to say, how did you show up? This weekend, I kept seeing little blips and little posts, pray for Israel, pray for Israel. And that being said, I understand why now. But conversely, I saw very few pray for Palestine. Because in our minds and in our media, we have vilified. There are people starving to death as a result of egos and pride. Then I'm going to go to another news blip that I heard about a leg being found. And this has really disturbed me because, our society is relational, or has presented this picture of a desire to be relational, put it like that, and a desire for love. And we have basically told ourselves that we're nothing without a pairing, or as I've heard some of the old folks say, every pot has a lid, knowing full well they don't have matching sets of cookware. Seriously, some of us use pie pans, cookie sheets to cover a pot, but we're brainwashed into thinking that we need to be with somebody. And when I say with somebody, usually in our society, under somebody. I'm keeping this real. I know that was a little raw, but we're brainwashed into that thinking. So, getting back to the story, this young sister went on a date. She was 19, and all they found was a leg that they had washed up on the shore. Now they believe her body is in a river somewhere, but the family was saying that they don't have the resources to look. Why is it incumbent upon them to look? This is a black woman, that's why. This is a black woman, I believe it's in Wisconsin. That's why. Anybody else, they would move every stone and tree. But this family is saying they don't have the resources to look. For me, it seems that it's incumbent upon law enforcement agencies to look. But that's just me talking. Then there was another story of 2 missing moms who had been missing for 6 days. Now, mad search for these women, and again, rightfully so. But I want you to look at the disparity in how people are valued. They had a multi-agency search for these 2 missing moms, and it turns out family members did them in based on a custody battle. Those folks are under arrest. I'm saying all this to say is we are in a place where, again, we want to be relational with one another instead of relational with God. And we're acting on our ideas of love, our dysfunctional definition of love, and we're causing more harm than good. Misrepresentation of love. And I need to say, again, that I am guilty of dysfunctional love. I spend a lot of time unraveling my who, what, where, when, why, and hows. But I know I am nowhere near the godly definition of what love is. But that is my desire, to be in alignment with godly love. And many of us are chasing something that means us no good, are in something that we were deceptive to get into, and then later on down the line we're going to wonder why the wheels fell off. And a lot of us throw other folks who truly love us away. Now, I'm going to challenge you on your thinking. And this, please hear me. If you don't hear anything else in this message, hear this. Do not enter into something if you have not healed or dealt with past hurts or trauma. Because if and when you do, those past hurts end up revisiting you, and you inflict them on someone else. You heard me say this yesterday, and I'm going to say it again today because it's very real, very valid, and people need to learn this. Untreated or unchecked trauma gives way to transfer. Amen. And I'm going to keep saying it until we get it. And I'm going to keep saying it until we seek relationship with the one who provides.